Hi, so welcome back to Friday's maths lesson. Okay, so today we're thinking still about the number 14, as like we did yesterday, but instead of finding addition facts, today we're going to find subtraction facts of 14. So remember, subtraction is when a number, if you start with a larger number, you take some away and you end up with a smaller number. So it really does help us to be able to count backwards when we're doing subtraction, because that helps us, as you know, to do our problem solving later on. So we're going to start off with a mental warm-up. We're going to count to 14 and back again. Okay, so we're going to start at 0 and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, let's do that again, but quicker. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And I think you probably got to that last bit quicker than I did. So well done. Okay, but as we know, and I've just said, with subtraction is about making, starting with a bigger number, making it smaller. So today we're going to find subtraction facts to 14. So I need numbers that are bigger, that are more, that are higher than 14. So I am going to need number 15. I'm going to add that to my number line. I am going to need number 16. I've lost the blue tack, there it is. I am going to need number 17, number 18, number 19, and number 20. And I could keep going higher, but I'm going to stop at 20 today. Okay, so this is the number we want to end up with, always 14. So let's have a little count backwards from different numbers. So let's start at 20, count backwards to 14 and stop at 14. Okay, so we're not going to do these. Okay, we're just going to stop at 14. So are we ready? 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14. Okay, let's start at 19 and count backwards. So let's put 19 in our heads. We should have done that with 20 really, but 19. So we go 18, 17, 16, 15, 14. Let's try counting backwards from 17. 16, 15, 14. Let's try from 16. 15, 14. Let's try muddling them up a little bit. So I'm going to point and you're going to do it this time on your own, okay? And then I'm going to do it afterwards. So you ready? Steady? I'm going to start on this number. You got it in your head? Do you know what it is? Okay. Let's try another one. Start on that one. Okay, you ready? One more. Start on this one. You've got far to go this time, have you? You ready? Okay, well done. So that's going to help us a little bit with our subtraction. Okay, so yesterday, do you remember I went around the house and I collected some objects, and these were what I found yesterday. Well, I've got a few more today. I've found a key. I don't know what that key's for, but probably something very important. So I've got 14 things. Well, I think I've got 14 things, and I've put them into a tens frame. Okay, so today we are going to use a tens frame to help us. Now you might not have one at home. I didn't have one at home, so I've had to draw one. So the first thing I'm going to do this morning, before we even start on our maths, is show you how to draw a tens frame. So put your video on pause and go and pop and get a pencil and pen and ruler if you've got one, but don't worry if you haven't, because I'm not going to use one today. Okay? Off you go then. Right, so you've got your paper and you've got your pen. I haven't got paper and pen, I've got a whiteboard. Okay, so when we're drawing a tens frame, we need 5 boxes along the top and another row of 5 boxes underneath. So what I'm going to draw is a rectangle, and I know we've learnt that at school in our handwriting lessons, so I'm going to make it not too big, but I need it big enough to be able to put my objects in, which is why probably today if you get smaller objects it's going to be much easier than bigger things, because otherwise you're going to need a really big tens frame, aren't you? So you want things that you can fit in your box. So if this was your piece of paper, I'm going to draw a rectangle that's almost as big as this actually. So we know that a rectangle has got how many sides? Okay, and remember 2 are longer and 2 are shorter. So let's do the long one across the top. So I'm going to start from there. I'm going to draw a straight line, well as straight as I can on a wobbly board along there. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same on the bottom like that. Doesn't matter if it's a little bit wobbly, as long as we've got a tens frame to work with, that's fine. And then I'm just going to join it up at the sides like that, so that I've got a rectangle. Okay, and then just draw a line through the middle. Okay, like that. Now we need to split it up into 5 boxes now, 5 columns. So I'm going to do, this is the tricky bit. If you've got a grown-up to help you with this, then that's fine, but if you're on your own you might take several goes at it, but don't worry. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we've got a tens frame. What we must do is check that we actually have got 10 boxes there, so I'm going to count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 along the top, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I've got 10 altogether, so I'm fine. So you can pause your video. You need to make 2 of those. You need 2 pieces of paper really, okay, 1 on each. Okay, so I'll leave you to do that for a moment. Okay. Right, so we've got our tens frames, and what we're going to do now is put our 14 objects into our tens frame. So that's what I've done. Okay, so I filled up 10 first before I've started on my second one. And the reason I've needed 2 today is because I know that number 14 has got 1 whole 10 in it, so I need 1 filled up box of 10, and it's got 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I know that is always 14. It's 10 and 4 more, 14. Okay, but we're going to find some subtraction facts. So at the minute I have got 14 things in my boxes. So on my whiteboard I'm going to write 14 because that's how many I've got. That's my starting number, 14. I'm not going to take any away, so I'm going to leave it as it is. I'm going to take nothing away, and I know that I've still got 14. 14, take away nothing is 14, and this is a subtraction because we're taking away. Okay, but what if we started at a different number? And I know that somebody over here, Rue, has been a little bit naughty today because while my back was turned, okay, he has been sticking extra things on my board and trying to trick me that I haven't got 14 anymore. Okay, so what I want you to do is close your eyes and let's see how many things Rue has naughtily stuck on our tens frame. So close your eyes, don't look. Okay, let's have a little look now. So, oh my goodness me, Rue, you have been busy. I need 14. Remember, 14 is our number today, but we haven't got 14 anymore, have we? So what we're going to do is count them to find out how many there are. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 now. So instead of 14, my starting number is 16. But I don't want 16. Rue, I only want 14. So what do I have to do to make that back into 14 again? I know what I need to do. I need to take off the ones that Rue has put onto the board on tens frames. So which ones do I need to take off? Well, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I know that's 10, so I probably don't need to count 10 again. I just know there's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So Rue has stuck those on. He stuck that penny and he stuck that acorn on, that nut there. He has stuck on those extra things. So how many things did he stick on? It was 2, wasn't it? So we have to take away 2. 1, 2, I'm going to put number 2 in there. And that will leave us with our 14. Okay? So that's just another way of making 14. Should we do another one? Okay, I'm going to put the board there this time so you can't see what Rue is doing. You ready, Rue? Let's turn it around that way so they can't see. Alright, don't look. Actually, I don't need to cover up the 10, do I? Because my number's always got to be more than 14, my starting number, if I'm doing a takeaway. So I know that I'm going to be putting extra ones into these boxes. That can stay as it is. I don't need to cover that bit up. I need to cover this bit up, don't I? That's the important bit. Right, don't look then. Close your eyes. Okay, you ready? And this is what we've got this time. So the first thing we need to do is count how many we've got. Okay, so we've got, well, how many were there in that tens frame? 10. So we don't need to count those again. We know it's 10. So let's carry on counting from 10. So 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 this time. So our number is 18. Okay? And now what we've got to do is work out how many Rue stuck on there. So how many do we have to take away to be left with 14? And that's what you're going to do for me today. You're going to find, you'll do it, all the different ways of making 14. But remember, they're takeaways, they're subtractions. So you've got to start with a number that is higher than 14. Okay, so you look at your number line and you can use any of these numbers as your starting numbers because they're all numbers that are higher, they're more than 14. Okay? When you've done that, so you've got all your subtractions written down for me, okay? Just see how many you've got. You don't need to send those in today, okay? That's just for you to do at home. There's not so many as there were as add facts yesterday, so that's my clue. But for a challenge, okay, do you remember we said you could go any number that's higher than 20? So if you can and you wish to, then you could maybe choose a number that's even higher, perhaps up to 30, and see how many that you need to subtract, and something like your ruler number line will come in useful for that. Okay, so that is your task today. So I'll let you get on with that. Okay, and then I'll show you. You come back to me when you've done it, so pause now, come back to me when you've found your facts. Okay, right, welcome back. Here are my facts. Here are the ones I found. Okay, so not quite so many. I put mine again into a pattern because you know I like patterns. And I also started at the easiest one, which I thought was 14 take away 0 is 14, which is the one that we did together to start with. Okay, so I wonder whether if I just put that there, can you see those? I'm going to put a little bit of blue tack on so it doesn't fall over. I wonder whether you could solve this puzzle for me just before we finish. Okay, it says, it's falling over, I make 20 snowballs. That's me, because I did in the snow last week when it snowed. I make 20 snowballs. If I throw 5 at them, at my friend, Mrs. Parker, don't tell her, I'm going to have 16 left. Is that true or false? So am I right? I start with 20, I throw 5, will I be left with 16? Now you're going to tell you the answer to your grown-up, and you're going to say that the answer is, and then you have to decide, is it true or false? Just put your thumbs up now for me if you think it's true. Okay. And then put your thumbs down if you think it's false, just so I can have a look and see. I hope you are actually all listening, which is really, really good. I think you can all have a good listening token for that this morning. But now I want you to explain it to your grown-up. So the answer is, and you either say true or false, because I know that. And what is it you know? Well, you know your subtraction facts to 14. So you can maybe use those to explain whether your answer is true or false. And good luck with that one. Okay, bye-bye. See you later on today.